Hey guys, welcome back to another stream of Daylight. Last time we escaped the sewer and seems like we are close to the city, but we can definitely not swim over there. So we will just have to search for another way. Okay, what exactly did that do? Water. I cannot use this. Oh wait, is that oil? Sure is. Oh! Well, that was gas. Just push it. There's something there. Concerning Jason Bertelli, employee believed to have survived the fall but died afterwards from injuries. Unexplained loss of eyes. Though some believe this could have happened in the fall, doctors wanted to perform an autopsy but were ruling this one an accident and moving on. Family of deceased has been notified. Okay. And are we climbing on the roof? We sure are. We need to get in there. Numerous complaints that workers have been seeing things. When asked to elaborate, some have said they see people out of the corner of their eye, only to turn and nothing is there. A general sense of dread and of being watched seems to be affecting all workers. The highest volume of complaints comes from the night shift, which has gone so far as to state seeing actual people within the construction area. Tragedy once again strikes New Kipling, this time as charter boat Compass Lily caught fire while rounding the coast of Mid-Island. It is believed that 1,342 people were on board at the time and only 332 have since been confirmed alive. The survivors were rushed to the Mid-Island hospital and given immediate care. Oh god, is that a forest? That's no good. It's been a long week and it's not getting any shorter. Everyone's been working extra long hours since the ferry crash. Nobody knows what to say to each other anymore. My sister died on that boat, but you don't see me slowing down because of it. These patients need us. Even the ones who can't muster more than a blank stare into space. Even the ones who can't stop reliving the nightmare of watching their friends and loved ones drown because of a madman. We all do what we can, because we must. Nurse Elizabeth Daniels. I mean, she's right. According to official investigation, it is believed that the accident was caused by a problem in the engine room. It has also been discovered that all safety protocols were incredibly substandard and rumors abound that the boat's chief engineer was mentally unstable. The company that owned the Compass Lily has stated that they are deeply sorry for what has happened and has promised that it will use state-of-the-art safety procedures from now on. Mm-hmm. From now on, hey. It always... There always needs to be a tragedy before things really get safe, huh? I mean, it's the same, it's always like that. But, yeah. The reports keep pouring in from anonymous locals concerning bodies washing up on the shore. Usually these reports are accompanied by witness stating that the deceased are wearing prison uniforms consistent with those from the prison on Mid-Island. Each time we drive to the scene though, the bodies are mysteriously gone. The only thing we ever see are a bunch of crows. For now we're putting these calls on low priority standing. It's probably just some kids pulling pranks. I don't know about that. Suddenly a lot of strange shit happening here, but I still have no idea what the fuck even is causing it. It's exploding.
There's no escaping fate.
Ah, there's a note. Damn, we can't get there now. There's no escaping fate. What are you talking about, Sarah? Don't get crazy now. Oh, we need to find 5 things again and saving the content again, so it's going to be... I have no idea. Oh no. There's some point on the map in that direction. Do you see that? Right in front of us on the map? There's something there.
Do you feel it nearby? Feel it inside? What happened to the girl? Is she still in that dark place?
The fuck? Oh god. Oh, I don't like this. All foremen, please notify workers that there will be a soil quality test and assessment starting at 9 AM tomorrow morning. Please pick 2 till 3 of your regular men to assist. All other workers should be away from the construction site and clocked out until the following morning. If you have any questions, please call the main office. Thank you. CNC Investments. Uh-oh. Still have 4 flares though. CNC Investment Corp's stock price plunged 30% yesterday amidst damaging rumors connected to the already troubled construction project. According to an anonymous source within the company, several graves were found on site, thought to be over 300 years old. Though the contents of the graves is yet unknown, the same anonymous source speculated about the possibility that the graves are Native American archaeological relics. If true, this could no doubt push back the construction or halt it altogether. Pressured by Liberal Councilman Anthony Wasserman, the new Kipling City Council has been considering whether or not to investigate safety practices at GNC, oh it's GNC not CNC, I'm sorry, Investment Corp's Mid-Island Hospice project, which has been under construction for some time. The project has been set back on 3 separate occasions by fatal accidents, all involving the deaths of construction workers. In my 9 years on the council, I've never seen a more disastrous construction project. GNC has been cited numerous times for safety violations, but this particular project stinks to high heaven, and I'm determined to get to the bottom of this, said Wasserman at Thursday's council meeting. He was opposed by Councilwoman Shirley Johnson, who has been asked by several labor groups to abstain from the vote due to her connections to GNC Investment Corp. That's a big tree and it's marked. Oh.
Slipping away, losing your way.
She is somewhere here. Fuck off. Aha. There's stuff. Any kind of note. No. I have to go further. Fuck off. There's a house.
That way, this way, that way. Life is but a butterfly's dream.
Uh-huh. He's just talking gibberish to me, honestly. Mr. Francis fell into a trench we had just poured cement into. He's alive, but he has moved to the Mid-Island Hospital emergency to have his lungs checked for inhalation. His replacement is scheduled to come tomorrow. Recommending guards be posted, as this is the third such incident where someone inexplicably fell, starting to suspect that someone is pushing them. That's not nice. Oh, damn. Why do you have to scare me like that, man? I didn't do anything to you. I mean, I guess I used some flares, but that's all. Something else. Another building.
So close, and yet entirely that which we fear.
Okay. New Clipping has now partnered up with GNC Investment Corp to renovate Mid-Island and eventually establish a hospice care facility. Due to GNC generosity, sections of the Mid-Island Hospital have now been renovated and reopened. Once the hospice has been completed, hospital staff will be moved over and the cold Mid-Island Hospital will be torn down. The town of New Kipling is excited for the opportunity to revitalize and rebuild a staple of the city's history. That's the door.
There is no escape. I can see that.
Don't say
The
that.
rich fell prey to the 12. Affluence would offer no protection from them. Some would say they suffered the most. Exposure to disaster. The flames rose up on their lavish display.
Oh god. Oh. Saving content. That doesn't look stable at all. All employees. It is the company's decision to abandon the Mid-Island Hospice building project. Stop all construction immediately. Any additional work done by the crew will not be sanctioned by GNC Investment and will void all contracts. Current workers will be paid out to the end of the month. If you have any questions, please call the main office. Thank you, GNC Investments. The fuck? Uh-oh. Oh, what? No. Okay. Seems to be okay though. The Mid-Island renovation has come under scrutiny after several accidents occurred on its site, leading to worker injury and death. When confronted about the tragedy, GNC spokesperson Tom Miller reported that they are currently investigating the ground soil, as many of the deaths have resulted from impossible to predict collapses. Oh. Joey, during further excavation of the main building basement, 12 graves have been uncovered. This has not been verified. Ground sonar has been brought in and something is definitely down there. The guys and I are planning on digging them up tonight to check them out. I'll keep this on the down low for now until we find out what it is. Probably a damned Indian burial ground or some crap like that. Going to push construction back for months. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's small enough we can just forget it's here. That's not nice. Should be careful about how you treat the dead. Well, fuck. It's also a note. When asked about the abandoned construction project, locals responded positively. 65-year-old Gladys Stone Sound said, "Ever since those men came here to mess with Crow Island, I knew it would be trouble. Our town has a certain understanding about leaving that place alone." Gladys is not alone in her opinion, as the group for Crow Island Preservation celebrated the news. Founder of the group, Jennifer Flocker, stated that she would be throwing a party now that the intruders have left. Either way, New Kipling citizens can expect no more tragedies to come from the island. It wasn't there. Yeah, there it is. Dark news today in the city of New Kipling, as GNC Investments abruptly abandoned the Hospice project on Mid-Island. Spokesperson Tom Miller publicly announced to New Kipling residents that due to the unsafe and unpredictable ground soil conditions, GNC would no longer be continuing construction. In addition to abandoning the Hospice project, GNC Investments is also pulling the funding on the current Mid-Island hospital renovations. All staff will be transferred off the island to other facilities, and the hospital will be boarded up once again. Damn that all. Damn.
See what they're doing. Sarah, do not again fall into the blackness.
Just off the topic. I don't know why, but this game is not constantly going on. But this is not. This doesn't have a very stable, or stabilized FPS.
The ache for home lives in all of us.
Does it?
Round and round.
Do we have to do it?
Never finding the end, never seeing the beginning.
Can't open this. Can't open this either. God. It's a little... It's pretty damn dark actually. this?
Hello, 13.
Dear patient 13, born on the premises July 7, 1987, has a rough future ahead of her after her mother died giving birth. Complications with rapid blood loss and a concoction of narcotics present in her system. We've tried everything we can think of to find her a foster family. She's the sweetest baby imaginable and most of the nurses give her extra attention. Shortly after she arrived, we did a search for any family in the area, but our investigation led us in a curious direction. The name Gwyn apparently has a long and checkered history here. The oldest accounts go back to the legend of the 13 witches who were supposedly killed right here on Mid-Island. The surviving Gwyns were apparently run out of town thereafter. I doubt there's a connection, but some of the most superstitious stuff can't help but marvel at the coincidence of the number 13. While 13 doesn't suffer from fetal alcohol syndrome, she does suffer from periodic blackouts. Some of the doctors on site believe it could be narcolepsy, but I'm not convinced due to other issues. 13 sometimes stares off into space for hours at a time. She never cries for food. She vacillates between being exuberant to catatonic. How will we ever find her a home? Her first foster family brought her back, sitting odd behavior and objects in her room, mysteriously relocating overnight. Some of the nurses say her mother cast a curse on her, but I believe she was just speaking nonsense before her death. There's no doubt that 13 is special. I wish I could take her myself as we prepare to shut down. I will confess that I will miss you, Sarah Gwyn. May God help you grow into the lady we all know you can be, and not the product of your legacy.
Let's begin. You remember, don't you? Your poor mother screamed in pain, gasping as she brought you here. All that time spent hiding, trying to protect you, failing to protect herself. All that time, sick and wandering, only to be brought back here to die. How her heart sank when they wheeled her in, knowing in spite of it all, they'd find you again. You're quite lucky, you know. Despite having ended her life, she loved you, Sarah. She really did. The last thing she did protected you, cast you in light. And yet the darkness, you know, the blackouts, the blackness, so thick you can hardly see. It kept them from you, Sarah. Kept you being you, even when you didn't know who you really were.
Sarah, we're ready for you now.
Oh God, now I understand everything. So we are that's how we are connected with this whole hospital or asylum and stuff. Infection, sickness, disease, what? Despair, corruption, persecution, what? Oh. Enslavement, isolation. Abandon, exposure, disaster. Oh. Run to daylight. Oh. Awakening.
So, you succeed. Into the light. Succession to the top of your own burning star. Encircling all 10 and 3.
Oh my God. It's me.
What? Wait, so we are the witch? So our mother died, and somehow we are the witch now, because our ancestors were those witches, or those or we are a part of this rich family. That's I'm a bit confused though. Well, I mean, I guess that's it, huh? This was Daylight. I mean, I gotta say I never really had the feeling of fear. I don't know, and it never really built up that much. It never really did. I mean, there were some jump scares that really got me, like that really spooked the shit out of me, but I don't know, you know, it was kind of repetitive. You really just... There was always a bit of story, a little story area, then the next area where you had to collect 5 or 6 nodes, and then you had to find the key and bring him to the exit. But it was pretty much all the same all the time. I mean, the forest was kind of cool at the end, but I don't know, it still was the same thing. Find the nodes, find the key and bring it to the exit. Was pretty much it. So I don't know, and it's not a bad game, don't get me wrong. I've played some very bad horror games. But yeah, it's I mean, I think it's $10, so if you're interested in horror games, you can, you know, check it out. Yeah, but I think, is there anything else that we can do? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, we played on medium. It wasn't very hard, but yeah. But I guess that's where I'll be calling it for today. So thank you guys very much for watching. Yeah, tomorrow I will be maybe playing Outlast 2, maybe Pineview Drive. I don't know it yet. Yeah, if you didn't already, check out my YouTube channel, the link is below the stream. And as always, take care of yourselves, be careful out there, and goodbye.